I've mentioned before that another woman from church and I are going through the Gospels, reading a chapter each day and texting one another about the things that we've learned, the questions that we have, and it's been a really encouraging process. Recently, we are reading John chapter 14, which starts out, "Do not let your heart be troubled. Believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many dwelling places. If it were not so, I would have told you, for I go to prepare a place for you. If I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, there you may be also." And we often think about that passage in terms of funerals or in terms of our own death. When we think about the fact that Jesus has gone to prepare a place for us. But in reading it in the context of John chapter 13, a different thought struck me. In John 13, at the end of the chapter, Jesus is talking to the disciples and he says, "Little children, I am with you a little while longer. You will seek me, and as I said to the Jews, now I also say to you, where I am going, you cannot come." And then a couple verses later, in verse 36, Simon Peter said to him, "Lord, where are you going?" Jesus answered, "Where I go, you cannot follow me now, but you will follow later." And then there's this little 2-verse scenario where Peter says, "Why do you say I can't follow you? I would lay down my life for you." And Jesus lets Peter know that before the rooster crows, he would deny him 3 times. And then he goes into this, "Do not let your heart be troubled." The thing that was troubling the disciples at that point was being separated from Jesus. And that is the comfort of these verses. The comfort of these verses is that one day we will be physically with Jesus for eternity. He goes on in that chapter to talk about the fact that in the meantime, God has given us the Holy Spirit, that we're not left alone, that He is with us. God is with us in the form of the Holy Spirit. But the hope is that the place that He's preparing for us is a place where we will spend eternity with Him. And I think one of the ways that we prepare for that eternity is by getting to know Him now. First of all, by placing our faith in Him for salvation, but then by continuing to grow in our knowledge of Him through His Word. And as we get to know Him more, our desire for being with Him grows. And that is the way that we prepare for that day when we will be in the place that He has prepared for us. So as He is preparing a place for us, let's make sure that we are preparing our hearts to spend eternity with Him.